We're going to intervene when there's going to be violence, when there's going to be a crime with the hate crime. On those events, we're going to be able to intervene. I understand that when people hear the word, some word that really hurt the Jewish community, but we took those words. We sent them to the Crown prosecutors, and they told us they don't have enough evidence to accuse the people.
Yanky Pollak here for Rebel News in Montreal. Just now a meet and greet with the Montreal police ended over there, where the Montreal police chief came and met with the Jewish community on the day of October 7th, which is 1 year of the October 7 massacre that happened in Israel when Hamas and Palestinian civilians entered Israel and slaughtered and did brutal acts of violence in Israel. The police chief came here to meet the Jewish community and reassure them with safety, because since October 7th there's been hate fests downtown, all over the streets, and acts of violence within Canada, like shooting up schools, fire bombings of Jewish centers. Future Yankee jumping in here from Florida. I'm back here putting up the house for the hurricane. And as predicted, hate fests continued. Just yesterday, a few hours after I spoke with the chief, again, there were calls for violence, calls for intifada. Just have a look. And as recently as this past week, police intercepted cars with individuals in the car that had explosive material that were about to use on Jewish institutions in Montreal.
Just in time. Nobody talks about it. That was an extraordinary work from my police officer on the field. You have to come up with a nice. And nobody talks about it because nothing happens. Exactly. The opposite. That's when we're reacting. Yeah.
So today the police chief came with a whole entourage with police officers and promised continued safety to, well, all Montrealers, but in this particular case to Jewish Montrealers, to feel safe, to be able to practice their religion.
And try to make sure that everybody have the voice and everybody is allowed to express themselves. But what I'm expecting, non-violence, any aggressivity, but really try to find a way to all live together. This is what Montreal knows about. This is what we love about Montreal. This is how we want to keep Montreal.
I also asked the chief regarding the hate fests taking place downtown. He pushed back, saying that he's done everything he can to put charges and it's up to the prosecutors to prosecute. And the prosecutors claim that chance of genocide is not enough to arrest someone. So that was my interaction with the Chief of Police of Montreal. Hi, Chief.
Hi, Chief.
What is your message to the Jewish community on October 7th?
Like I mentioned, from the 7th of October, I'm hoping and I'm expecting that the Jewish community don't change the behavior. If they want to follow the beliefs, if they want to follow the routine, please don't change. Don't get to the trap of the fear and anxiety. I know it's a very sensitive moment, but we are here. The police are here. The police are here to protect all the communities, including yours. So that's why we are so visible, and not only from today. We've been visible for many weeks, many months.
And what do you say about the hate fests that keep happening every second day, even today in downtown? Why isn't there a crackdown on that?
Well, in Canada, the freedom of speech, the freedom of being able to express yourself, it is in the chart. So we have to respect that. We're going to intervene when there's going to be violence, when there's going to be a crime with the hate crime. On those events, we're going to be able to intervene. I understand that when people hear the word, some word that really hurt the Jewish community, but we took those words. We sent them to the Crown prosecutors, and they told us they don't have enough evidence to accuse the people.
So you think the calls for genocide and stuff like that is the prosecutors don't want to prosecute them?
I'm not explaining what a genocide is. How come we don't accusing? What I'm saying is, example, when we talk about intifada, when we talk from the river to the sea, those words were concerning us also. We sent it to the Crown prosecutors, and they told us we don't have enough to proceed.
So you're saying it needs to be from the government to enforce these things if
and there's a chart, and the people are going to follow the chart. So that's why I'm saying, us as a police officer, we execute it. We don't the legislators of the laws. We executed the laws. It's different. It's two things completely different for us.
I spoke to some people off camera here. They're for sure grateful that the police is here showing force, being out here. There's cops at every street corner almost these days. But there's also a lot of concern because, there's been firebombings, there's been shootings, and not all of the perpetrators that did it were caught. So everyone is on a high alert, staying vigilant, and hoping that, people with bad intentions don't get to execute them, because it's been a tough year. If you want to see non-Canadians that support terrorism be deported, go to deporthamas.com, that's deporthamas.com, and sign our petition to have the hate mongers and people calling for genocide that are not Canadian citizens kicked out of the country.